Alright guys, Scream 7 has the sort of first reactions online, first reviews, not sounding massively great, leaning more negative than positive at the moment anyway. So I thought I'd do a first reaction, or first reviews video to this. I personally am not that bothered about Scream. It's a franchise which is fine, I guess. The sort of reboots and remakes of it have been, in my eyes, a bit lackluster. They're quite paint by numbers now, to be honest. But I understand why they keep making them. They have been massively successful, so it's not really a super surprise. But there is basically a whole bunch of reviews which were very positive, right? Very, very positive. But a lot of the discourse that is massively negative is all centered around like the third act. So if you don't want any spoilers, click away now. But we're going to get to some of that now, basically. So, basically, early public screenings of Scream 7 have been taking place over the past couple of weeks in various different countries, and some footage from the movie was found its way online. That's never a good sign. That is never a good sign. Now, that is legit, and it's not AI. And so, basically, the leaks confirm that some of the previous movies' ghost faces, as well as certain other characters, return via AI and deepfake technology. So it's like a greatest hits of Ghostface, which actually, concept, not a bad concept. In execution, though, if you're doing like AI and deepfakes, not so good. So it seems part of the new Ghostface's plan to torment Sydney is to make her believe that the killers she defeated in earlier films have returned to exact their revenge. And we see David Arquette's Dewey Riley, Matthew Lillard's Stuart, Scott Foley's there, Roman Bridges there, along with Billy Loomis, Billy Loomis's mother Nancy, flash up on the screen in the final act. So the leaks also reveal which characters wind up on the end of Ghostface's blade. So there's a scene with Stu's deepfake and Gale Weathers that appears to make fun of Spyglass firing Melissa Barrera, which is going to piss people off. As for the movie's masked maniacs, there are 3 ghost faces this time. And so I'm not going to go into that. But basically, it hits this one. Scream 7 is the reset the franchise needed, bringing our two mains back as the core of the franchise was the right decision, and the original writer was the right move. Apparently, Scream 7 is a harmlessly entertaining sequel, self-aware, occasionally indulgent, but undeniably committed to giving audiences a good time. It's not the franchise's sharpest blade, but one that still cuts cleanly enough to justify its existence. I mean, you got to work really hard to justify your existence at number 7, though, haven't you, really? Scream 7 is a narratively hollow, stagnant entry that prioritizes cheap digital nostalgia over actual suspense, thought-provoking exploration of its themes, and genuinely intriguing killer reveals. So, not great. Obviously, there's a little bit more here. While Isabel May is a standout, the film feels like a generic slasher, haunted by its own lack of creative bite, and a nonsensical discarding of its iconic meta-atmosphere. When a franchise becomes more obsessed with its ghosts than its living characters, it loses its soul. The worst installment so far, and hopefully ever. So basically, yeah. Scream 7 was effing amazing. All the hype lived up to it, and the kills, OMFG, the kills are insane. This is the most gory and brutal kills we've ever seen in a Scream franchise. So there, but then if I go over on Twitter, the Twitter, X, as it's now known, and just search for Scream 7, negative discourse I'm hearing about Scream 7 has been about Act 3 reveal. Not a shock and weird motive, but I've seen the performances were still good, which is all I effing ask. I mean, that's the bare minimum, isn't it? The story's crap, but the performances were really good, so that's brilliant. So, no, that's what? You're there for the story. Performances are the bare minimum. They're being paid to perform. The motive can be about Sydney putting too much cream in someone's coffee. Just sell it. Wild. Wild. I bet that guy's like 12. Apart from the controversy judged on the material itself, Scream 7 is shockingly lifeless. Flat tension, messy reveals with a lot of stupid character decisions. It may be fun to laugh at, but never with it. The meta edge is gone, and after everything, it's the best. It's the best for it to die. Scream 7's a legacy sequel fans have been waiting for. A rip-roaring blast of bloody fun with Craven-esque vibes fully intact. Ghostface is back and as brutal as ever. Neve Campbell proves once again that she is the all-time great Scream Queen. Scream 7 written like the worst soap opera of all time and shot like a network TV show. Big COVID movie energy. Wow, that's savage. Especially in how empty and small the setting feels. An excruciating, pointless abomination that shits on the previous entry by humiliating Neve Campbell for refusing a pay cut, forcing her to apologise for being selfish, while selfishly being a part of this film after the controversy. It spits on the impact of Melissa and Jenna, flanderises Chad and Mindy, while actively being an inferior retread of the last two films and harping on glup shittos and nostalgia porn from Scream's past. Even the killer and their reveal is an embarrassingly nonsensical afterthought. The whole film plays like someone wrote Halloween from memory and after one viewing randomly inserting ideas and hollow hitting beats until it kind of makes sense if you squint. It's a film trying to have its cake and eat it too, chastising legacy sequels for treating their legacy characters like props, tying them to their trauma while indulging in the exact same practices without arriving at a point. For a series that used to be subversive and interesting, the anti-slasher that rewarded genre-savvy viewers, Scream has fully devolved into a safe, predictable, toothless shell of the genre. It's become the very thing it once satirized. Holy shit. Scream 7 definitely plays like a movie written to cover up what they scrapped. Outside of Sydney, none of the young characters are developed and have personality. When it's not recreating the first film, it's shitting on the last. Decent kills at least. Wow. It is being, destroyed. Some people like it though, don't get me wrong. But okay. Pretty bad. Some quick post-embargo. Worst of the series so far. It's wild how poorly written Scream 7 is. To the point where Chad and Mindy are completely bland when they were previously a lot of fun. Wow. Another one here. I had a good time with Scream 7. It's definitely a nostalgia play, but the film is very upfront about that. It plays like a love letter to the first three Scream movies with some clever kills and definitely one of the series' best openings. It doesn't reinvent the formula, but it understands exactly why that formula worked and has a lot of fun slicing into it. Okay, well, there you go. I mean, it's not brilliant, is it? There you go. What do you think?